This is Michael Smith of MedPage Today. I'm in Toronto at the annual meeting of the American Academy of Neurology. One of the feared complications of the vaccination against the H1N1 pandemic flu was Guillain-Barré syndrome. But a search of reported adverse events found very few such cases. Dr. Nizar Souayah of the University of Medicine and Dentistry of New Jersey said he and colleagues winnowed through thousands of potential cases and only came up with a handful.
So basically we only retained the cases where there's good documentation about physical exam, absence of reflexes, lumbar puncture, EMG, IVIG administration, and probably ICU hospitalization, basically. We probably end up having, from these probably 3,000 reports, 62 cases. We retained 62 cases of solid Guillain-Barré syndrome that occurred after H1N1 vaccination. I think 62 patients occurred within the first 6 weeks after vaccination. Among these 6 weeks, 31 reports were the first 2 weeks after vaccination, with a peak in the second week after vaccination.
He and colleagues calculated how many cases were reported compared with the number of people vaccinated, both for the pandemic vaccine and for the seasonal flu vaccine.
The reporting rate was 6.2 cases per 10 millions for H1N1 vaccination versus 10.6 per 10 million for the seasonal flu vaccine. Both reporting rates are within the range expected in the general population.
Both vaccines had a similar pattern of cases, a peak in the second week, and that temporal pattern, Souayah thinks, implies that at least some cases of Guillain-Barré were triggered, in fact, by the vaccine.
In this distribution of Guillain-Barré syndrome reporting in the first 6 weeks, we have a peak in the first 2 weeks and then a drop after that. The same profile was reported by Lasky study on 1998 in New England Journal of Medicine. The same profile was reported by other authors who studied Guillain-Barré syndrome after influenza vaccination. So this led me to probably conclude that probably some cases of Guillain-Barré syndrome could be triggered by the vaccination. Some, very few cases.
In Toronto, I'm Michael Smith, MedPage Today.